What's going on, everybody? I'm Kiddo618. Today I am playing the Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe Edition. I'm pretty sure Edition was meant to be in the title, but it's not.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley. I meant to grab my water bottle. Oh well.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Ooh.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Okay, doesn't sound like a bad job.
Monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month.
That doesn't sound like a bad gig.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Oh yeah, Stanley. As long as you're enjoying life,
Something
man.
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Uh-oh.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
There's like no
Never
one.
in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Yeah, there's like nobody.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hello? Anyone? How do I get over there? I want to get into that room.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Should we? Let's just follow what he's saying. Let's just listen to the nice man.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Up to the
Coming to a
boss's
staircase,
office.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for the breakfast, money crisp. No secretary, no boss.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This feels weird. I don't like that direction.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
What does that say?
This question would not go unanswered for
What
long.
did that say? There are words in this direction.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We're gonna listen to the guy this time around and then do my own thing.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee.
Hey, that's me.
Stanley's co-workers.
Right
The
there.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
601
Was this the only reason he was
employees.
happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Was that pole always there?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Well, where is it?
Or
Buddy?
sad,
This is
or
weird.
content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Idle, awaiting input. Ooh.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Yeah, it's dark. I can't see anything.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
Oh,
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
I don't
How
know.
had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
I don't know.
What other mysteries did this strange building
I
hold?
don't know.
But
We're gonna
as
find him out.
sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone
Oh
tell
yeah,
him
we're
where to
free.
go, what to do,
Hell yeah.
or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Oh, I
Stanley
wanted to
felt
look back at the
cool
building
breeze upon
to see what
his
it looked
skin.
like.
The feeling of liberation.
We did it.
The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Hell yeah. I was half expecting to hear like a gunshot or something. I don't know what type of game this is. I don't know if it's horror like that. Complete the Stanley Parable. Oh, we're back?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ooh, now I have chills again. I'm gonna go in the room on the right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I could get there if I...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
And what if I don't?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
I feel
here.
like I got jump
I'm not
pods
your
in
enemy,
motion.
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Danger
Let me prove it.
everywhere.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
How are you gonna prove it, huh?
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
And if I don't? No. Doing my own thing.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there?
Yes.
Find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Oh, God.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Oh, alright, cool.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
Yes.
Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something.
I do like this
Where
game.
do these
It's cool.
flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
I don't like the
Let's
sound
take
of
a
that.
look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest
Yes.
answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
No.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Alright, cool.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Oh,
so why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your
I
experience.
wonder if that's a thing.
Later. Much later. Much later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience
I
for
just
me.
don't have
I'm
4
not even going to
hours.
try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over.
Oh god.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have?
I enjoyed it, but I don't have 4 hours.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh,
Fascinating.
is this?
What do you think this game is
Is
about,
this
Stanley?
allowed?
What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep
That's
tower.
not
Perhaps
quite
for
what
some
this game's
sort of
about.
twisted erotic purpose.
There's Delilah's tower.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
I don't have my backpack. And R isn't to run.
No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Oh.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What
Damn
a close
it.
call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh,
I just want to
thank
jump.
heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
We are
Okay, I'm going
literally
to get
not.
us out of here. Let's find another game.
Are you just showing me
Preferably something
games
with
you've made?
walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Is that an opening I can slip through?
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Fine. What do we got now? Really?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in
What
mind.
is
Just a
going
nice
on?
big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here.
No,
Now this
you
is
doubt
game
me.
design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Kind
I
of.
think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Man,
I
he
think surely
has
we must.
no idea what
Stanley,
sports
here's
are.
the ball. Have fun.
Oh, I'm fast now. Oh, let's go. Whee! Score.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Hold on. What are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. You still have so much...
What is happening? Nope. Alright. This is so weird. What is happening? I am so far outside of the original game and I don't have the narrator to talk to me. Oh, wait a minute. This is the office building. This is like a pre-build or something. Or designed to be a pre-build. Hello? That's not the... Oh god, I have such intense chills. Oh?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
Does he?
Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Is it?
Yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I don't like the sound of that. Was that the right time? No. I'm gonna stop here. But that was two endings. One was kind of weird, and the other was even weirder. But thank you, everybody, for watching. That was the Stanley Parable Ultimate Deluxe Edition. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the weirdness. That's about it. But thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'll see you next time.